On September 17th, I had the privilege of checking out Hersheypark's Halloween event, which is called Dark Nights. As a disclaimer up here up front, I am not a Halloween person. I really don't do Halloween attractions, houses, or whatnot. So I'm going to really kind of take this review more or less as perspective from the family. So we went to this event. It was my wife, my 2 kids. So we went there just to have some fun, hang out, ride some roller coasters, because honestly, that's really what I want to do. Even if it's in the fall, I know people get excited for these Halloween events. I just want to ride roller coasters. Other disclaimers, you might notice, I don't actually have much footage because, well, it practically rained the whole day. I did try to get some footage of the rain, but when you have 2 kids trying to juggle a stroller, my camera, phone, whatnot, it just wasn't a good combination, with umbrellas and everything. So I didn't get much footage, but nonetheless, let's see what we can get through here. So first things off, if you're coming here with kids, this is kind of a good thing. So I've been to some Halloween events where it's very evident there's tons of just Halloween decorations, scary, creepy, whatever you want to call it, things all set up, theming around for their various mazes and whatnot out in the midways. Well, Hersheypark had some, but it was very, very minimal. In fact, depending on which roller coasters or rides that you went to, you might not even realize that there was a Halloween event going on in the park, which was a little surprising because, I've been to some of these, like especially Kennywood. It's just apparent as soon as you walk through that front gate, you cannot get away with it. It is everywhere. Here at Hersheypark, it is not. So that's kind of a nice thing if you're a person who just wants to go to ride roller coasters and you're not really into the whole Halloween scene. For those who are, they obviously have their scare zones, their scare mazes, which are all tucked off. I didn't do any of those, so I'm not going to review them. As I said already, I'm really not into that kind of stuff. Anyways, we did do the kids trick-or-treating, which was it's called Treatville. This was actually a very nice little setup thing. You walk through, I think there was like maybe 10 people handing out candy as you walk through it was actually in the water park. I have been to other trick-or-treat events inside of a theme park, and usually they hand out random like little knick-knack, whatever, that kind of useless stuff. No, actually, Hersheypark handed out candy, which was great. So they had Hershey bars. All of these were like those fun sizes. But they had Hershey bars, Reese's, and Kit Kats. And the kids actually got a decent amount. Of course, it might have been because it was obviously raining and there was barely anybody there. So they were just kind of handing out more candy. But I was pleasantly surprised with how much candy that they gave the kids. After doing the trick-or-treating, we did go on some rides. We kind of sat under an umbrella for quite a while as we were waiting for what we thought was going to be the majority of the rain, but it just kind of kept raining for the rest of the day. But there was a little lull in the rain, so I actually got a few rides on Wildcats Revenge, a couple in the rain, because like I said, there was barely anybody there. So it was awesome. They were running 3 trains and they ended up actually pulling one of the trains off the track, which was fine. The 2-train operation was still fantastic. And side note, Wildcats Revenge in the rain, that thing was hauling. It was considerably faster than my last rides on it back in June. So great roller coaster. I was really surprised. In fact, my first ride on it in the rain's just like smacking me in the face. I was just laughing the entire time. Like I literally sounded like the Joker. And yes, I do get this weird Joker laugh when I'm on a roller coaster. It's weird and hilarious at the same time. Great roller coaster. We checked out a couple of the other flat rides and then the rain came back. I ended up getting on Great Bear and I rode it when it was like downpouring rain. I sat in the front row. I was the only person, and I hate that I have no video of this or whatnot, but I got drenched. Like I was completely soaked. It was hilarious. I had so much fun riding. I couldn't see anything because the rain just like smacking you in the face. It was crazy. And the other thing that we did was their dinner buffet. It's called the RIP Dinner Buffet. As I said, I came here with my family, and the way I interpreted it, I thought this was going to be a little bit more family-friendly at the dinner, but that actually was not really the case. Just the ambience of the room, it's probably like PG-13. I might be pushing it when I say PG-13, but nonetheless, when we walked in there, my 4-year-old and 8-year-old were not super enthusiastic to be there. It was very loud, very in your face. It was actually very disorienting of what was actually going on. The room was just filled with the smoke. There was actors just going around all over the place. They were just like standing on top of you as you're trying to get your food. I know some people really enjoy that. It was a little bit challenging with having my 2 kids trying to, keep them occupied while also trying to get the food and having this person here. So it was a little bit different. So if you were really into that kind of thing, I'm sure you will enjoy it. So A+ for the ambiance of the room. As for the food, I thought the food was okay. It wasn't really the best. When you consider the price, I believe what I saw online, this dinner goes for $45 a person. So again, it really has to be about the ambiance. If you're really into the Halloween season, you like the theming and whatnot, you'll really enjoy this. But if you're here like, oh, I'm a foodie, like check out the food, I don't know if you'll actually be truly pleased with your items. Personally, I think there's a few other stands throughout the park I think that have better options for you, but nonetheless, it's really about the experience. So take it as you will, but for a family of 4 spending $45 a person, that's like $200. I just couldn't see myself doing this normally without being here for this event. But yeah, like I said, you gotta know your audience. Okay, so final takeaways. Considering I'm here with my family, yeah, there's a lot to do here with your family, especially from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. A lot of the rides are open, majority of the roller coasters are running if they can, and obviously the park stays open into the night, so a lot of night rides, which is very exciting. And again, if you really enjoy the Halloween aspect, there's that there, and if you don't like it, well, you can avoid it. There's only a couple of the attractions that you had to go through one of those haunt zones, which is Wildcats Revenge, Lightning Racer, and Laugh Track, but you can still do plenty without, like I said, never even come in contact with a Halloween event. The park has only been doing this for about 2 years, so yeah, they've just been improving on everything from last year, so I really can't wait to see what they do in 2024. But we're here in 2023, so go over to Hersheypark and check out Dark Nights.